Stream number 2. No, that's not it. This is what you wanted right here. That's right, a little throwback. Oh, yeah. You know what that means, folks? Time for another episode of the Dave It Yourself channel. It's Sunday. It's been a while. Glad to be back. That's right. Another Dave It Yourself episode. What's the name of the show, everybody? Put it in the comments. That's right, it's the Sunday sit down at 7. Hey, look what time it is. It's 7. I'll be damned. Nailed it. And without any further ado, your host with the most, the hair with the flair, the hat with the cat, the set with the jet. It is your one and only. This is the only guy on this channel. It is your host, Dave It Yourself. The crowd goes wild. Wow. Turn on finger lights. No. You got your finger lights on, turn them on. Nobody has those. I'm the only idiot that would have these. Anyway, we'll get into that here later. Let me know how the sound is. I need to get into the chickadee chat because I'm using my $7 microphone. Well, one of them. This is the other one. The other one's right down here. So let me know if it sounds good. Hit me up in that chickadee chat. Let me know. Speaking of that chickadee chat, I've got it over there. So I'm going to have to do this a bit. Keith Christie looks like he's first in the house based on what I can see. What's up, buddy? Thank you for being here. Jeff in Lower Alabama's in the hoose. Thanks, man. Smoky Mountain LC, good to see you, Trav. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Shadow Ops, how you doing, pal? The fake dog chat out of Hong Kong piling up. Needs me. Yeah. You know, to be honest with you, I only have like 1 or 2 of those left, so they are really expensive now. Is that tariffs? Poop tariffs? I don't know what that is. Anyway. The harmonica, CVO Hubbo. Hey, Dave, good to see you, buddy. The harmonica. Shit, Dave, I did forget the harmonica. I know where it is. I just didn't bring it. But anyway, so we'll maybe look for that toward next show. I just appreciate you being here. It's been a while. It's, of course, going to be a little rusty on this one. You know, if you haven't, you know, done any high cliff diving in a while, you know, you want to start from the baby pool first. So not going to be a lot going on here other than just me catching up with you folks. So appreciate you being here. Thank you so much to all my foamy homies and favorite air holes. Appreciate y'all being here. Who else we got here? CVO Shadow. We said hello to Rogers. Hey, Kenny, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Sup, mofos? What's up, mofo? Rogers Aviation in there again as well. Nice. He's using 2 different channels to watch the show. Appreciate that, buddy. That's how you do it. If you got 2 phones, use them. Anyway, so that's a nice little tip there for you. So thanks for that. Keith Christie's in the house. Good to see you, sir, again. Wow, Bill. Hey, buddy. Good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Who else we got here? Finally cold up here. It is not cold here. As a matter of fact, I had the air conditioner going earlier. Turned it off. It's going to get cold here tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon, it goes from like, I think probably 59 to like 22 in like 4 hours. So that ought to be fun. 20-something mile an hour winds. So that ought to be super interesting to see how that works out. Yikes. Anyway, so we'll see. But yeah, it is that time of year. So it should be cold, just not here in North Georgia. Did Busman Hangar 51 not go live last night? You know what? I did not see that in any of my feeds, so I'm assuming not. He went to go visit his brother, though. I did see his last stream. So maybe because he's not in pocket at the house, didn't do a stream. That would make sense. I would excuse that highly. It's totally fine. I was hanging out with family. I didn't do it. Yeah, okay, yeah, Okay, no problem. Let's see. Never got an alert. Yes. So, Bill, I put this up really just a couple hours ago, and I only sent something out on the Facebook thing yesterday, which was the Dave's Galaxy chat. So if you're part of the Dave's Galaxy, the Dave's Galaxy, then you may have gotten a notification that I would be doing a show tonight. I wanted to do a show last weekend. I had some fun little things that came in. I wanted to do a fun unboxing. I had ordered something else that I was for sure was going to be in by the time I did the show because it was 2 weeks after I'd ordered it. Nope, it did not occur like that. It took them almost 25 days to finally get me the item, which they had on the Black Friday sale. We'll talk about that here in a bit because I do have some things to unbox. 4 things, and then one thing that's in a Fisher tackle box over there that I'm going to break out that you've not seen on the channel a long time, and I don't know if you've ever seen it live on the show here. So it's a 2026 project I want to put my brains behind a little bit more. So I'm going to break that out here. Not that I don't have any projects, I got a ton, and we'll talk about that some here too. But let's get back into that chat real quick. Say hello to anybody else. Who else is in the house? Dave. Let's see. If I'm missing anything, just put it back in the chat with character something. You're in characters in the front and the back, so I can highlight it. If you're like, oh, you didn't answer my question, because I hate that. So if it's really important, you want to ask me, make sure you put it in some back in the chat with some characters. I'll get to it. I can't remember my new number. Still remember my original number. Keith, very slowly getting better. Oh, we got some folks on the rehab. Dave's late. I wasn't late. 7 o'clock ish with the intro stuff, which I know you wanted to see. You got to feel the flavor of the show. The best way to do that is this some of the old stuff. Paul Ballard's in the house. What's up, buddy? Lori Humer's in the house. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Barry Campbell's in the house. What's up, buddy? Who else we got here? Michael Bear's in the house. Hey, man. Thanks. Good to see you. Thank you so much. What we got? 19 folks in here. I did not expect that. You people are gluttons for punishment. If you've been waiting on me for that, but I'm glad to see it. So thank you. I'll take that under advisement. You may see my background here is a little different than what you may have seen in the first main card. And you know what? Let me give you that main card again real quick, just because I can. So here's what it used to look like. Got my Arma fraction there, or the Arma felony there, the F-16 on there. Oh yeah, drones, crawlers, cars, and this is what it looks like now. Because it's more of a configuration of I need to start put some stuff together. So I got toolboxes, I got boxes over here that are going to have parts and stuff going in it. I already have a lot of parts. A box of wheels, a box of props, a box of servos, a box of engines, a box of EDFs, a box of something else. There's like 9 boxes over there, so they're all full of something. So I got a lot of that going on. So I really want to get some stuff together. I have like the this Traxxas Rustler right here. Well, I have another one in the box that I bought a long time ago. And then I bought a bunch of like the GPS kit, the upgrade things, all the stuff that goes for it, shocks, all that kind of stuff still in the box over there. I need to do that. I need to work on that. I'd like to do some more car stuff. Have not been flying a ton of big planes. As a matter of fact, when I went to Bigfoot, which was a fantastic event. So if you guys made it to that, cheers to you for that. Got my sweet new Buc-ee's cup for Christmas. Buc-ee's! You got a Buc-ee's in your neighborhood, put a thumbs up in the chat. That place is crazy. Me likey. I see somebody saying hey to Victor. Is Victor in the chat here? Hey, buddy. Good to see you. Yeah, there he is. Hey, Victor. Good to see you, pal. Thanks so much for being here. Appreciate it. Well, we're at the 20 now. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. But anyway, so went to Bigfoot. Well, let's back up a little bit. Let's do a little bit of a backup for the year. So my membership at the airfield expired not last month, previous November, and I did not renew it. So I did not have an airfield membership the entire year. So I really didn't do a whole heck of a lot of flying. Was practicing with my drone some, which you may have seen. Trying to break into that FPV thing a little bit. Did some of that, the Bigfoot thing. That was pretty fun. Matter of fact, you may have seen I had a, well, cool video for me, not so cool for them, but Gary from Horizon and then Varick from Birmingham there, they in midair while I was chasing with my drone because I was practicing, and hey, I happened to got a pretty cool video. So you see that, I think that's a one of those little short vertical jobs, so check that out. That's pretty fun. One of those planes turned into confetti, and I'm not going to say a lot about that thing, but let me just say that no sorries were said by either party. So, but only one party needed to say sorry, but that didn't happen. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that. But had a good time, Bigfoot. But I took just a couple of planes. Really, I took a bunch of planes to sell. I've been trying to get rid of the bigger stuff. I just went back to a local airfield. What was it? Earlier this month? Yeah, earlier this month. On my day off, and met a buddy up there. And I took the Consendo Evolution. I took the couple of Aero Scouts, took my drone, took my little yellow 1100 millimeter T28 Trojan, the little yellow one, flies like the Aero Scout. Took those. Got there. Remember, I took 2 Aero Scouts, the yellow thing, the Consendo, and my drone. So got there. 1 Aero Scout in the van, 1 Consendo, my drone. And so, yeah, Aero Scout missing. When I went to Birmingham for the Bigfoot, I also took my Aero Scouts. Made sure I had everything with them. Took 2 Aero Scouts because I was going to do some fun. Maybe wanted to, like, meld the wings, shave them up, meld the wings together, make 1 Aero Scout out of 2, something fun. Want to do something. Forgot the landing gear. Both sets. Right? I did not have the landing gear for either. So I did not get a chance to fly a lot of Aero Scouts there. I did fly once and then landed on the asphalt runway and then saw all the black scarring on the bottom of the Aero Scout. Like, yeah, that's not going to do that again. But anyway, so, and then when I went to the field this past time, I did have the landing gear. But I had, what did I forget? I forgot something. Stabilizer or something. Anyway, forgot something again. So I didn't fly the Aero Scout there either. Anyway, the thing that I was trying to get to with that story was this long drawn story, just reconnecting. So it's so successful. We'll see what happens. Okay, so maybe I'm coming back. Maybe I'm frozen over there. So we'll see what happens. Anywho, so where I was going with the story is that just going to the field, I had to pack my charger, my backpack full of charging equipment, my backpack full of camera stuff, my battery box full of batteries, the planes, my controller. Had to make sure the controller started. Anyway, when I got there, I had so much stuff and I had such an unpleasant experience that I was like, what a pain in the ass to all that if it's not a fun experience. So it's kind of like, that kind of sucked. I flew a little bit, had a good time with that, watched some other guys fly some stuff. That was fun, but ultimately it didn't seem to pay off. So I've been moving to, hang on, let me get this plate right here. Oh. I've been moving to some of the smaller stuff and not so much just like UMX stuff, because I got a ton of UMX stuff, of course, and I still love Horizon's the smaller stuff. But as far as like the smaller things, the smaller helicopters, things like that, the Volantex, I think I showed you this before last year. These little things, I've kind of moved to loving these things. Why do I love these things? 1, they look great. 2, they come with everything in the box. Everything, batteries, the controller, everything except for the double A's, of course, for the controller. But so it's like I could take this, throw it in the van. I could take 10 of these, throw them in the van. It's a whole hell of a lot less of a mess than it is, toting all the other stuff. And then so I was like, oh, and these are fun. And even though I have my AMA membership, don't need it when I'm just going down to the little football field down here to fly it, or the little park over here, whatever. Nobody gives two damns about this. It's like the 250 gram and under stuff. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, I like this a little bit. So I've kind of been moving to this. So when I was at Bigfoot, oh, and also the EDF versions. Yes, this does have twin EDFs on it. It flies about as much as well as you would expect, but it does fly. It's pretty impressive. It's actually not bad. It's loud, but anyway, the smaller stuff just seems to be a little bit more fun. And again, same thing with this one. Comes with the controller, comes with the batteries, comes with the landing gear that you can take on and off, just like the other planes. So anyway, I brought a ton of planes to Birmingham, and I was just going to go ahead and sell a few, and I did sell a few. All the ones I had left, to be honest with you, because I'd already sold all the ones I really didn't give two squits about. So the only ones I have left are the ones I really cared about, and I ended up selling some of those. That sucked. Didn't sell them all, so I still have some of the ones I cared about. But as I was just getting ready for the show today, in the other room behind the green screen, because I've been doing Facebook Marketplace stuff, yeah, totally forgotten. Jeff will remember this. I won that DC, that twin Cessna thing I'm gonna do, the DC, whatever. Anyway, I won that at Birmingham last year. Still in the box. I put it back over there so it wouldn't be in the way because it's a big box. Totally forgot about it until today. That's how much I have not been into flying the big stuff. That plane is perfect to get out, put some varnish on it, maybe some panel lines, all that. That plane is perfect for that. It's a great project plane. But it's also a $500 plane that, if I needed to sell it, still in the box. So, there you go. So it's kind of one of those things where it's like, pack up all the big stuff, get the big plane. Anyway, that's kind of what I've been doing. So that being said, I've also been kind of doing like the drone stuff, trying to get into that. Haven't been doing the FPV thing so much because I haven't had a ton of luck with that. Only because that, when it starts to get a little crackly or whatever, then I lose position. And then next thing you know, it's I had that little newbie drone that I lost to Bigfoot 2 years ago because it's a little gray drone. Got all frazzly on the headset. Next thing you know, it's in gravel parking lot. Now it's gone because it's gray, so I can't find it. But anyway, so was getting into the other drone, the bigger one here, which you may have seen. And this is the one. Oh, man, am I glad all that didn't fall down. But anyway, so you probably have seen this drone. This is one I've been flying. It's a big one. It's like 9 years old. It's basically the Bugs 8. This is just the Infinity Pro version, but it comes with its own little monitor kind of thing that you just recharge that snaps on the controller. So you can FPV while you're don't have a headset on. And then also it has a headset that you open the door, drop this in, and boom, now you're FPV with a headset. So this is what I've stuck with. I did buy another newbie drone after I lost that other one, but come to find out that little newbie drone ready to fly beginner kit is proprietary to that kit. And so the headset and all the controllers and all that other stuff do not work with any other newbie drone. So, and I know you're going to love this part, they don't sell a replacement drone. You got to buy the whole kit again. Yeah. So anyway, didn't do that. So I've been just working with that drone, and that's the one that I did catch some cool video footage of at Bigfoot this past year. So trying to look into that a little bit. So again, the smaller scale stuff. Not that I don't want to pay for my AMA membership at the same time. If I don't have to use it, I already paid for it. But if I don't have to use it, I don't have to use it. So anyway, so we'll do some unboxing, some things that I did end up picking up. And like I said, I got one other thing up there. But right now, let's jump back to that Chickadee chat. And I did not get a chance to tried it earlier, but again, super rusty at this. So didn't get the chat screen working properly. So I'm just going to have to do the old pull the glasses down and look at the screen over there. Let's see. I can make it a little bigger though. So let's try that. That's fun. All right. So let's see what else we got here. Sounds great. Okay. Glad to hear that. Because again, just a little $7 microphone. Doo-doo. Just clipped right down here on the mat. So if it sounds great, that's awesome. All right. Sounds like, okay. Sounds great. Looks like my mom's in the house. Hey, Mom. Good to see you there. Hoping everybody has a great Christmas, of course, because that's what moms do. Better half CVO. Hey, Crystal, what's up, lady? Good to see you. Better half. Not wrong. Not wrong. Although Dave's pretty great, but so close. You may just edge out just a little bit. Paul Ballard, but hey, buddy, good to see you. Thanks so much for being here. 70 here yesterday. Snow today. Barry's dealing with the same kind of stuff we're about to be dealing with. I don't know that we'll get snow. Georgia very rarely gets snow. Hopefully we don't get any snow. I don't think our trees can handle it. But we'll see how these winds hang out. Yeah, Hangar 51 on vacation. Yep. Yeah, I think he's visiting his brother. Kenny's always on vacation. Yeah, but up here. Right now he's all on vacation. Nobody would disagree with that. Good to see you. It's been a while since I've been on here, so I have no idea what these crowns mean. Number 1, number 3. No clue. So you guys can enlighten me on that. I don't know if I'm supposed to do something with those. That's a good one. Find out. I can tell you, do a little recap on the year. So let's see. Back in, so far, I have nothing but green box. Nothing but the green box on the bottom here telling me that OBS is picking up great signal. I switched from Spectrum Internet, which I used to have to plug a cable into, 150 foot, 100-foot cable, plug it in the laptop, make sure I get a nice run for it. But I swapped that out. And I actually went, because I was already a T-Mobile customer, I was like, you know what? Let me try that T-Mobile home internet. I think it's doing pretty good. So that's a little thing I swapped into. Let's see what else happened this year. Oh, that's right. So let's see. When did I do a show last? Like about February, March-ish. Gonna have to leave that to the fans and the audience to tell me when that was. It's been a while. Late April, as a matter of fact, like the last day of April, last 2 days of April. Yeah, broke my knee, broke my right knee. So that took me out of action, all action, well, except for playing video games action. I got plenty of that done. But that took me out of work action and everything for a month. And that was in late April. So all of May, did nothing but get a little fatter on the couch, and then and wheeled around and did my best on crutches and doctor's appointments and stuff. Got back to work June. Did some fun camping in July. That was fun for Father's Day. A little late Father's Day, but 4th of July weekend went to the camp with the boys and their girls, and had some fun there. Slipped on a rock, hurt my knee again, so that was great. And then one of the girls left their keys in the car, so we had to walk all the way back to the campsite. So that was fun. But my knee's great now, so must have been all that exercise. Anyway, so there's that. And then other than that, what else? Nothing super duper spectacular other than Bigfoot was super fun. Of course, that's always a great event. Let's see. Can't think of anything else that was super spectacular. It's been kind of a did some trivia a couple nights at a local brewery here in Buford. That was kind of fun. Pretty good at trivia. I don't know why, but I am. And what else? No, I think that's about it. And then try to redo some of this, because I was trying to I got so much stuff in the garage downstairs, so much stuff, and I've been putting stuff on Facebook trying to make some money, just to get rid of stuff. I need more space than I need anything else. I don't really care about the money. I just need more space than I need anything else. And I got a lot of stuff taking up space. So I'm looking at 1, 2, 3 F-16 E-flite F-16s, the red, white, and blue ones. One wrapped in plastic still, the one I got at the Pilot Ryan thing, and then another one I bought recently, or actually traded a guy for some servos for recently. Why? I don't know. But what I've been doing with these boxes is some of the planes that I have, because I have a wardrobe box back there that's got planes that are kind of disassembled and kind of in a disarray. Most of those need to go to the trash can, but I'm trying to rip out all the servos and all the wires and all the plastic parts that somebody might find valuable. So at some point in time, I might be able to just show up one of these events like a Snap-on tool truck just full of plane parts. Super cheap because they've been used. Anyway, You know, I'm a guy. I hate throwing stuff away. Busted styrofoam, that's one thing. An EDF, I'm sure I can find a use for that EDF. I can sell it if nothing else. So anyway, so yeah, that's kind of it. But and then for Christmas, Christmas was good. I hope Christmas was good for all y'all. I hope you guys have happy New Year's that's coming up. I hope you have great new plans coming up for 2026. I'd like to hear if anybody's got anything set in stone so far. And we'll get into some further stuff. But let's jump in this chickadee chat with my Buc-ee's cup. Now, this is a special Buc-ee's cup, let me tell you. Because when you buy the red Buc-ee's cup, it comes with a black lid. Your boy's got secrets. All right, I bought the white cup too that comes with the red lid, and I swapped them. All right. I guess I don't have secrets. All right, back to the chat. All right, let's see, where were we at here? Michael Bear, anybody new in the hoose? How many folks we got up in here now? 20 still? Okay, great. That's a good number. I like it. Don't have to disappoint too many people, you know. If they start getting disappointed, I just throw out the finger lights. Oh, damn it, I thought I turned them on. I'll do that again in a second. Pretend like I didn't just do that. All right, what else we got here? Touchdown Bills. Up, Bills game's on. Hey, I appreciate you doing a little multi-screen in here, squeezing a little Dave yourself with the Bills game. Thanks, that's great. Shadow Ops got an inch drone frame. I'm sure there may be a need to be a number there, or he bought a 1-inch drone frame, which would be amazing. So building a huge drone this winter and spring. I like that. Let's see. Jump a zoom, check out the foam board bird I'm building right now. Oh, that sounds fun. You know, Kenny's always building something. So that sounds fun. I did always like those, see them at the hobby shop, you know, are they foam or are they balsa? Foam, maybe? Anyway, they look like the eagle or the falcon or the whatever, and you're supposed to put your own motor and stuff and servos in it. But they give you the kit that's already pre-printed. Those are pretty cool. I've seen some fun videos with those. But I already crash enough stuff. I don't need Mother Nature to help me crash anything. So I prefer things that don't look like birds. So let's see. 19 folks, 9 likes. I know. That's fine. No, not everybody has to like me. Just the fact that you showed up means that you like me a little bit. Whether you want to admit it or not. And I appreciate it. So thank you. All right. You guys just might make me do these shows more often. Should I bring back the bingo shtick? I did see as a matter of fact, right there, I can see the box right there. Remember when Walmart sent me the bingo thing and they sent me 2? I still got 1 in the box. Unopened. So we can do that double bingo, 2-handed bingo. Just throw it out there. We'll see. Yeah, Zoo, we both got booted out. Yeah. I always seem to miss the Zooms for some reason. Yeah, Paul bought a plane for me. You sure did. Thank you, man. And just so you know, Paul, you bought one of the ones I really liked. So, because those are the ones I was like, I can't sell those in the first round of planes. I sold like 9 planes that were still boxes on Facebook Marketplace. You know, Turbo Timber, Timber X, the kind of regret selling this one, but and again, I had them all because I liked them all. But the Cessna Ready to Fly kit, you know, the yellow one that they reconverted to the Cletus McFarland kind of, you know, markings on it or whatever. But that one, you know, I had one of those brand new in the box with the control, everything, GPS, because that unit, and as a matter of fact, I got it in my box because that unit came with a GPS system in it, so it would do the fencing and all that. Got it in the box. Might not still have the old busted plane, and certainly don't have the one that I sold that was brand new in the box, but I do have all the components from the busted plane, including the GPS unit. So I'd like to stick that in something. That'd be fun. I don't know how all that works out, but somebody with a more technical mind than mine might be willing to reach out and say, hey, Dave, this is how that works out. And then if they did do that, I would be like, Finger lights! Oh, did I knock the battery cap off? Dang it. That's too exciting with the finger lights. All right. Settle down with the finger lights. Yikes. All right. What else we got here? Saw that Michelle Bear. Let me know if it's legit. Good bank yard plane. Losing planes along the way is no fun. No. Mini Twig. Oh. Yeah, those flight test planes. I've always been interested in getting into those a little bit. Murphy's Law is alive and well, but the stream's still going and the sound's still great, right? So, yeah. Hey, count your blessings. Could be worse. Do I have the Gremlin graphic here? You remember the Gremlin graphic? But again, I don't even want to try to mess with it. Again, it's been a while. It's been over 6 months since I've been on this computer here. I have no idea what I'm doing. But I appreciate you hanging out with me and seeing what happens. How we doing with time? Oh, we're only 32 minutes in. Doing great. 20 minutes, not willing to fly more than 20 minutes fly. Yeah. Birmingham's out of the question. Well, Birmingham is a destination scenario. For me, it's only like 3 hours, but like for Jeff in Laura, Alabama, I think he said it's like 4.5, 5 hours for him or something like that, depending if he's towing a trailer. And then, but CVO Hobo and Crystal, they've been there and they're up in what, Virginia or something. So it's a destination. You got to get yourself a nice, decent little hotel deal on whatever hotel website, get yourself a little multi-day deal. You could branch out a little bit, do what I do. I've been exploring. Another thing I've been doing this year, getting into a little bit more of the van camping life because I have a van. 2017 Pacifica. Love it. But anyway, so that was one thing I did this year. I didn't want to buy a hotel room for 4 days. So I brought a tent to put all my stuff in that was in the van. Popped the tent, put all the stuff in there. In the van, I had a cot. I brought an air conditioning unit. I didn't need it, but I had a cot, fans, lighting. I brought an electric grill if I needed it, power bank, the entire deal. So I actually stayed there. Planned to stay there in 2 nights, but I ended up leaving on Sunday, even though I had Monday off still, just to, get home, relax a little bit. So, but I was going to stay Sunday night as well because it worked out fairly well the first night. So you can do that for a couple days, and then so that's something else I've been looking into. So that's something to think about. But yeah, Birmingham is definitely a destination and definitely worth it. There are folks that stay there past midnight. After midnight, all bets are off. You never know what's gonna happen. If you're smart and you leave around 10, 11 o'clock, you're in good shape. Go back to the hotel, blah blah, tuck in, nice shower, blip up, get it up. Yep, you're good. Stay after midnight. You better be ready for some shenaniganery because that's all that occurs. I can make it till about 1 sometimes if I've had some Red Bull or something because I'm old. I get tired quick. But anyway, so yeah, if you make it, it'd be one thing that you should try to do at least once every 5 years. You'll never regret it. The fireworks alone, I don't know how much money they spend on the fireworks, but it's literally more than the city of Beaufort spends on their fireworks. I can tell you that. So it's a pretty impressive event. Plus all the planes flying through the fireworks, and then again after midnight, fireworks on planes, and it's just a thing. So it's definitely worth trying out. Definitely worth checking out. All right. So anyway, if you've been there, so. But hopefully we will see you there someday, Michael Bear. But I get the whole I don't want to drive more than 20 minutes to fly. Another reason why I did not re-sign up for that airfield, 50 minutes to get there. Fairly pleasant drive, but a lot of 45-mile-an-hour road, and that's annoying. So if our freeway exit field, boom, that'd be different. But it's freeway a little bit, back roads a lot, and that sucks. But if I want to break out the Corsair, I can walk down to the football field right there, the old football field that still has the goalpost up, and I can fly through that thing all day long. Nobody say nothing. So I get it. Another reason why I'm going more small. Sound is weak. All right, let me know if that gets better. Sync is out. All right, hopefully that clears up. Favorite plane is the 60 Ultrix. Oh, yeah, Paul. Yeah, that Ultrix is sweet. I remember you flying that. I didn't see it this past year, but the year before last, I remember you just like, wee, and just, so that was fun. Yours got the lights on it too, if I'm not mistaken, which is fun. Audio doesn't match his lips. Maybe that's just my new ventriloquism. All right, I'm going to try something else. I'm going to turn the second one on, see if it makes it worse or better. All right, second one is on. Tell me if you're getting reverb. All right. It fixed itself now. All right. Travis in the house. CTRC. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. Down to 18 viewers now at this point, but that's fine. I appreciate you hanging out. You do not have to stay all night, but I appreciate it. All right, so we're getting 7:37-ish. Let me shrink the screen down a little bit because I got that zoomed up just for the chat. All right. Who wants to unbox something? I'm going to unbox this first thing because it's super easy. Who wants to guess what I got in this bag? Who wants to guess what I got in this bag? Unmarked, handle, circular-ish. Who wants to guess? No prizes, but, I will shout you out that you guessed right. Oh, it's worse? Okay, let me turn it off. Second one off. Boink. Second one's off. All right, we're back to just one microphone. Thank you for telling me. All right. Pay a friend with a shotgun. Unboxing. All right. Who we got here? Barry Campbell says it's a drone landing pad. What kind of guess is that? Landing pad for a drone, Rogers says. What? People. You are super smart. You're right. I finally got me a drone landing pad. I've been using the little Buc-ee's foam pad that, the thing you sit on at the stadium. It even came with little stakes, so that's fun. So, yes, you are right, friends. That is exactly it, a drone landing pad. So, that's exciting because I need it for the drone that I've been flying and maybe something else. All right, real quick, before we get into any more unboxings, favorite gift you got at Christmas? Go! I'll shout them out. Let's see what we got. Favorite gift you got at Christmas? I got some cool Redskin stuff. Well, Washington Commander stuff, but, Redskins. Matt, Aerospace Matt's in the house. What's up, buddy? I was just thinking about you. I was about to ask, has anybody heard from you? And I don't need to ask. Thanks, man. You and Jeff think alike, huh? You're going to get one of those big fuzzy dogs next, Matt. They're great. So, could be. Maybe Jeff will dye his hair red. You guys can do it. You guys do a video together. That would be funny. Hi, I'm Matt. I'm also Matt. Hi, I'm Jeff. I'm also Jeff. CVO got the Losi Pro Moto MX. Nice. That thing's crazy. Who got you that? Did your girlie get you that? Don't hit the stakes with a hammer. They turn to dust to make you say, what WTF? All right. Good to know. Good to know. Kind of would be nice if it just weighted, had like a little beanbag rim around it. Wouldn't that be nice? I mean, it would still fold, just be a little heavier. Wouldn't that be? I got sailboat fuel. Nice. Like to see that. 8-inch drone frame and motors for it. Shadow Ops liking that. JCB got a snow globe. What's in the snow globe, JCB? Is it an airplane or something? CTRC got himself a Potensic Atom drone. Hey, buddy, good for that. Yeah, you can see mine up there. There's my Atom right there. The black up there next to the plane. Let me see if I can get my finger. It's kind of you see it up there. There it is. Boop. There it is. That's it. That's my Atom as well. Speaking of Atom, that's my second Atom. That's right. Yeah, my favorite one. I crashed. Let me teach you that. Let me tell you what not to do when you're doing that. So, when you're lowering a drone over trees, aim the camera down so you can see where the trees are. There you go. Little tip for you. All right. Or you might have to get another Atom. But anyway, yep. Love the Atom. One problem that I have with the replacement Atom over the one that I crashed, which is why you never want to crash a drone in the first place, is the one that I crashed, the camera will go up just a little bit above horizon, right where you can almost see the tips of the props. This one, straight horizon. Doesn't go any higher though. So I don't get a chance to see those cool above cloud shots like I could with the other one. So don't wreck your drone. New deck, better half CVO, new deck. Oh, like on the house. I was like skateboards. I'm like what? Nice. Maybe that's why somebody else got that sweet motorcycle. Pretty neat telescope. Oh, that's cool, Matt. Is it one of those can you pick it up and take it outside, or is it one of those you got to wheel it out there? Is it one of those that comes in a little box, or how neat is it? Because telescopes are crazy now. You can get some really crazy stuff out of some of these smaller telescopes. So that'd be cool. The Adams is a decent drone. Yeah, sure enough. The thing I like about the Atom, especially like the more fly kit, comes like the little charger, the 3 batteries, the whole deal. That's a pretty sweet little deal. Um, Paul bought himself a Pro Moto XX as well. Nice. We'll be expecting to see that soon. Somebody else has the Atom up. Just skipped on me here. Let me go back up. Yep. Michael Bear has it as well. He loves it. Fake trees for your train city. Who's that? Oh, it's EQ. It looked like EG over there. Now that makes sense. Nice to see you, EQ. Good to see you, Eric. Thanks, buddy, for being here. Appreciate it. Uh, she did. I have the best wife. Well, no complaints there. Don't see any lies in that statement. 2 guys at our club have them. Highly recommended. Samsung tablet. Use it to see for flight. Oh. Tablet, huh? Yeah, I think with that, don't you have to with the Potenzic? I don't know. Well, it probably a smaller tablet, I would imagine. I've never tried it with a tablet, to be honest with you. I can see where that's cool. The new Potenzic, the Atom 2 or whatever's got the screen and the controller, which I didn't jump on that because I was like, that's what they should have done. That's what they should have done from the get go. But round 1, I'm going to wait for round 2 on that to come out, maybe. Plus, no reason to do that when I already have another one. That one works great. That drone flies for 20 minutes of battery. It's great. Yeah, Potenzic Atom at Costco, yeah. Is it the new Atom 2 with the little screen of the dealio? Because that would be interesting to know. And also interesting to know what the price is. Not that I'm going to get one. I'll wait for round 2. I'll wait for the Atom 3 to come out. Because I think they'll have the, because they don't really have the, from what I've seen on the videos, they don't really have the bright sunlight problem, or they haven't fixed that. It's hard to see the screen in bright sunlight. And I don't think they make like a shroud for it yet. I'm sure you can 3D print one, but I think that's the main problem there. Okay, very neat. Can pick it up. It's heavy. Saw Jupiter and Saturn night 1. Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, I love looking at the stars, man. As a matter of fact, when I bought this phone, this is the Galaxy Note 20. This is an old ass phone, but I bought it new because it has like the highest. It's like 50 times zoom on it or something. It's got like the highest zoom on any Samsung phone for its price range, kind of thing. And just because every couple times a year, if I'm on the deck in the back deck just right, you can get that moon straight through the trees without all the limbs and stuff. Boy, I've gotten some great zoom ins on that. And now with that phone, it's awesome. But yeah, I have a telescope too, but it's one of these little box jobs, mostly plastic. It does have the phone holder so that you can get that, but I haven't taken it out enough to be able to see something cool. When I was at Bigfoot, though, here's a fun little story at Bigfoot, which I wish I would have broken my telescope out when we were getting ready to fly our planes for for the whole fireworks festival, but there was a light above the moon, and it was like a sliver moon, crescent moon, but a light above the moon. And as the moon fell, the light stayed where it was. The moon continued to fall, but the light stayed where it was. So it wasn't a star or anything like that. And I zoomed in looking at it with my Galaxy 20, of course, holding it, not stabilized or anything, but just holding it. And you could see it blinking. And I showed it to Kenny's son and I showed it to a couple other folks. And I was like, yep, still there. 20 minutes later, it's still there. Moon's down there. It's still there. What's going on? So, anyway, we did see that. But really wish I had my telescope out. I had my telescope, just didn't have it out because, again, I'm getting ready to fly some planes. And with that telescope, it takes a few minutes to set it up because it's a box telescope. But anyway, so that's fun. But I'm glad to hear that. That's cool. Especially if you can get some of that stuff uploaded, man. That's cool stuff. You spend enough time on the moon. Just check out the moon. There's plenty to see on the moon. Trust me. I've been watching. So it's been funny that here's a fun thing about the moon. Total side story, but it doesn't matter if you believe we've been to the moon or doesn't believe we've been to the moon. But the simple fact is, no manned mission has been back to the moon since, and our technology has advanced 25,000 times. This particular phone right here has more computing power than NASA did to get people to the moon. So, not one country has been back to the moon since with a manned mission. That's all you need to know. Oh, and NASA destroyed all their findings from the first time. That's all you need to know. So, I think they win, but all that's a little crazy. How do you explain all that? Anyway, that's just tinfoil hat conspiracy stuff. But a lot of that's been popping up on my feed lately, and I'm like, yeah, but I mean, even China sent stuff out to the dark side of the moon. Why didn't they send somebody in a manned mission to the light side of the moon? They clearly have technology. We're not on the dark side of the moon, or are we? All right, tinfoil hat off. Talk about that on another channel. Dave Speculates. Coming to YouTube soon. Smart batteries. What we got here? I hate when this thing skips up. Fly my Atom on a full-size pad. Yep. Nice. Yeah, I'll be looking forward to flying something on this thing too. But after taking people, I understood can't anybody explain batteries and motors thing though. Oh yeah, the whole new that was something else. Yes, I guess you guys have heard about the whole drone ban thing, or at least for the components that make up drones. And yes, that includes also, motors and things of that which do not communicate at all or send any type of communication whatsoever. So the Federal Communication Commission should not have anything to do with them. So yeah, there's a lot of gray water there. And really what it boils down to is the Department of War has to say, yeah, that drone can't be here. They have to say, hey, your Atom drone can no longer be flown in the United States for you to no longer be able to fly that. Right now, you can still fly it all you want. So I did see some of that as well. That is crazy. And if you've been watching XJet, he's been putting out a lot of stuff about what's going on over there on his New Zealand, his side of the planet. And he touched base on that too. Yeah. I think again, ultimately, I think the thing is they're just trying to push American made stuff, which is fine if it's relatively relative in price. It's odd that the stuff that comes from thousands of miles overseas is cheaper than the stuff that I can get from 400 miles away. So that's the problem. All right, let's see. Flight test stuff. Yeah, I haven't got any flight test stuff. Wouldn't mind doing that some point. I really like their or is there stubby B-17 or something? It's got the big bay in the middle. I think the RC Sailor's got one of those too. Put a bunch of stuff in it. That's cool. But yeah. So we'll see. All right. So what else we got here? How are we doing on time? 7:51. Almost none of it made it here. Banned before it made it. Ludicrous. Yeah. Yeah, the American stuff is half the tech, 4 times the price. Yeah. So hopefully that will eventually change. I would like to see some some cool stuff coming from the U.S. But speaking of cool stuff, let's take a look at an unboxing item. Speaking of, well, I guess I'll just jump into this. This is the item that took forever and a day to get here. I bought this thing the Saturday after Black Friday off their website because they had a deal. And it did not get here until December 22nd. So that tells you something. And it is hoping that everybody had a Merry Flightmas. That's right, a Merry Flightmas. This is the way the box came. You may, well, you probably can't see that because it's small print, but this is the way the box came. So can you imagine this? They left this on my doorstep. Not in a brown box. Nothing to hide the fact that it probably is something that flies that a thief during Christmas would love to get their hands on. Nah, just thank God I have cameras on the house and it was notified that it got delivered. I was working at the house, so I was able to run right downstairs right after I got here. And when I saw this, I was like, what the, what? Why don't you just print, please take me on the front? Or put it in a brown paper box. Or, crazy, white plastic works great. So I was a little disappointed with that, especially after waiting 25 days to get this thing. Oh, look. And now that I'm looking here, I haven't even opened it. Still got the plastic on it, but look at this. This side's fine. But this side, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, let's go ahead and officially open it and see what we're dealing with. Some of you may have, if you've happened to have seen this setup, you may already know what we're about to unbox here. If you're not, then I would feel remiss if I didn't give you the drum roll. All right. Bada boom. The Caddx Protos digital FPV drone system. Fly More kit. Again, like the Potenza, it comes with the battery pack and the 3 extra batteries and all that. Comes with the controller, digital headset, and the drone. Now, it's running on their new Caddx Ascent system, which I don't know anything about that. But I do know that they have like another separate VTX system for like $35 that you could get to also work with this headset, which might work if you could slap it on like a plane or something, which may be or may not be above my pay grade. So we'll wait to see how this works out first. But as I mentioned earlier, the FPV system is great. And with the newbie drone, I really liked it because it was a nice small drone. It was light and flippy. You can do, I was getting there, starting to learn stuff. And then, get a little snow on the screen. Next thing you know, you lose your orientation. It's in the gravel. Now you can't find it. This is digital. So this means I won't get the snow in my headset. This thing is, based on the videos I've seen, has been pretty spectacular. I'm not going to go through a whole unboxing. I just want to see the quality of the product now that the box is a little worse for wear. But on the inside, pretty much what I expect to see. An undamaged box. And again, this is more of what I'm leaning toward, the everything's in one box kind of scenario, as opposed to, let me go get the controller. Let me go get the batteries. Let me go get the charger. So anyway, just because I want to get out at a moment's notice and do some flying. All right, so this looks fine. I think this shipping is fine. And of course, stuff's falling out. But give you a little heads up before we start taking anything out. That's what it looks like on the inside. And for some reason, it looks like there's some sort of little action figure here. Let me turn on my figure lights and get a closer look. Santa Claus. Santa Claus. They gave me a little Santa Claus figurine. And a little Santa hat figurine. Is he supposed to ride the drone? He's gonna. All right. And then, of course, you've already seen the unboxings on these. Let me just make sure all my stuff's in here. Looks like it. We'll get into that later. Merry Christmas from Caddix. Wishing you a Merry Christmas filled with joy, flight, and amazing flights. What? Oh, joy, light, and amazing flights. I'm sorry. May your Protos take you higher, capturing every festive sparkle bluff in the sky. All right. So the fun thing about this is that it's got the DVR in the headset, so it records to the headset. Yeah, doesn't work with these particular glasses, but yeah, seems to feel pretty good on the face. Maybe a little light leak, but I think you can move these pads around. Probably need something on the nose too, so we'll work on that. But yeah, fun. So anyway, I'm looking forward to doing some of that. Again, this is gonna be one of those things I'm just gonna take down to the field down the street and fly through the goalposts and such. Drone's pretty cool. Pretty small, but that's what I need. Charging everything's in there. Yep. All right. So we seem to be in good shape. So look forward for some videos for that coming soon. Hopefully, I'll get my FPV skills on. And from what I also understand, you can hook up this controller to the flight software for drone flight software and use that controller for that as well, supposedly. So we'll look into more of that. But that's fun. So I'm looking forward to that. Get to use my new landing pad and try out the drone. And hopefully by Bigfoot next year, you'll see me zipping around chasing planes. We'll see. All right, back to the Chickadee chat and see what you think about that. All right, let me zoom that up some. Excuse me. Let's see. See what we got here. Let me scroll up some. Looks like I've been out of the loop a little bit here. Okay, talking about normal lipos. Yep. Okay, shadow. I know, but almost none of it made it here. Okay, yeah, we saw that. Congressman owns stock in the quad manufacturers. Probably. New flight test ESC and gyro. Interesting. That little the little Dulio, their little stabilizer. That's cool. What do they call that? Not is it Aura? No, maybe I'm thinking something else. Is it Aura? Airplanes and drones, according to the FCC. Yeah. Oh, Bluetooth. Oh, Bluetooth controllers. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, it communicates. But again, I think you're still good for now, right? Dan Zimmerman, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Hey, pal. Let's see who else we got going on here. Hey, Dave. Let's see. FCC and FAA don't know nothing. Nope, they sure don't. They put so much red tape in the front of their eyes, they can't see where they're going. Let's see. Yeah, the remote ID. Never did that. Never did remote ID. Almost jumped on one of those. Never did. I know quite a few folks did, but, and I'm sure it's probably great to still keep around just in case, but the government is, yeah. It's tin hat night. Not really, but you know, if you want to talk about some stuff like that, let's keep it RC related if we can. Or a Light 5, there it is, yeah. All right, I was pretty close. Nice. Yeah, flight data and stuff, that seems pretty cool, especially if it made a big difference. Speaking of flight data, some other things I need to work on. I'm going to show you a little blast from the past project. in my tackle box because this is something I still need to tackle. But it is my Action Man parachuter that I installed servos into his back for his arms, and I got this nice big parachute for him, and he goes full action pose. But I still need to work on him a little bit. Oh, I still got a battery in there. It looks like I probably should get that out of there. So you got a little small battery up in here still. Oh, I got it taped in there. All right, well, it's fine. It's not puffy, so at least that's good. But yes, I got a little fuzz in your hair there. But you're just getting gray like I am, maybe. But anyway, he works pretty good. I get his arms to, servos work pretty good. I got some pretty good sized servos in him. His arms are a little bit adjustable, so I've been working on that type of position because most of the little remote robot or remote control parachute people, they just have, wooden L arms kind of thing. And this guy actually has bendable arms. And you can see I gave him little cuffs to kind of keep his hands tight. But anyway, so I need to fix this, finish him up because this is a fun little project. I even got the little servo down here to release the parachute underneath this little dooley bajo. So this is something that I worked on. Well, he's probably 4 or 5 years old now at this point, for God's sakes. Oh, I'm so sorry, man. But he's got some really cool skydiver gear on, goggles and stuff, which of course come off because he's Action Man, duh. Scar on the face, the whole deal. Oh yeah. Anyway, that was my feeling there. And then I did not have a plane or anybody to fly a plane big enough to tote him up there. So I would hook him to the bottom of my Unique drones, which I've got a couple of really big Unique drones. And I built this little Velcro pad with a little ESC in there, or a little receiver in there that I could work the servo on, Velcro that to the back of the drone, and then have him hooked up in there, and then a little side release servo to help drop him, and then from there release the parachute. So that is what I had been doing. And hey, here's a camera mount. There's what that was. Paper tape and hot glue. Look at that. That stuff works great. It's hard to pull off. There you go. Paper tape and hot glue. A little shout out for paper tape and hot glue. All right. So anyway, that's a little project I wouldn't mind trying to bring back and getting that ready for Birmingham. Because there, you got people with big enough planes I can drop him from. So we'll see. That's a project that I think I'm going to have on for the 2026 on top of trying to learn a little FPV action. So we'll see how that goes. All right, so got some more unboxings to do, but we'll see what we got going on in the Chickadee chat. Let's see here. Looking forward to playing with my Aura. The old school paper tape. That's right. Paper tape and hot glue. RC cement. Rubber cement. Got some of my paper tape in my stocking. Yeah. Somebody loves you, Matt. Somebody loves you. That's good stuff. Yeah, I found it actually. It's funny because as I've been like trying to clean stuff up and get shelves and stuff, boxes and things. You can't see this on the camera right now, but all my RC cars and stuff are right here in this huge rack right here. So I got all them right there because I need to work on some of them. So anyway, yeah. So I've been trying to get to that spot because several of these I run pretty regularly. These two for up here for sure. These two down here, that's a 2-wheel drive, and that's a 4-wheel drive. Slash. And then the 4-wheel drive's got some upgrades on it, so it's pretty beefy. But then here I've got 3 Sentens. I've got my Gen 8 up there, my Gen 7 crawler, my Gen 10 crawler. I got a couple of Will Toys type buggies. My TRX4 Umbrella Corporation unit. Yeah, so still a lot going on, but I was trying to get everything more into a area where I could start working on it. Maybe I'll start filming some of that stuff as I tear stuff apart or whatever, just to put some stuff out there so the YouTube knows I'm still alive. But unboxed the 850 millimeter Pitts at Bigfoot, flew that around a bit. I'm glad I unboxed that. That was another one that I had him. I did not want to sell box, and nobody jumped on it immediately, so I did. So yeah, that's one of those. But yeah, paper tape's the best. But yeah, I did. Speaking of that, I found, so as I was cleaning up, I did find 2 fresh packs of Walmart double pack paper tape. So I was very excited. That stuff used to be $2.24 for a 2-pack. You can't even get that at Dollar General for that cheap. All right. Frog tape at home. Yep, the yellow frog tape's good. The blues, the green's good. Gen 8 back all together. To my dog bed. Oh, front tires put throttle. Oh, yikes. Oh, yikes. Yikes. Yeah, I was just looking at mine. My Gen 8's a little on the scratchy side up there. I got the purple one. And boy, I can see the light's cleaning on it pretty good. All right, so let's do a little more unboxing action. I'll show you something else I got here. I got your choice. I'm gonna let this be viewer's choice. I got the white box, or I got the brown box. So dealer's choice. First one to say, the first 2 people to agree on one thing is what we're gonna go with. This little Santa is pretty interesting. I'm gonna take a look at this Santa I got with the drone. I wonder if this is the, hey, I'm so sorry we sent this to you so late, or this is part of just the Merry Flightmas thing, and maybe that's what happened. Maybe they were like in the middle of, oh no, we haven't done our Merry Flightmas boxes out yet. But yeah, it's just a little plastic hat, flat, and little plastic Santa. Be nice if you're like a little rubbery thing, but no, he's hard plastic. All right, well, the hat will probably go in the drone. We'll see. Santa's going somewhere. He's tiny. So we'll see. We'll keep him on the table since he's so tiny. I won't lose him. All right, what do we got there? Who's saying what? Brown box. It's bigger. Brown box. Brown box. All right, got 2 brown boxes first. It's bigger. All right, well, let's see what's in the bigger brown box. Here we go. It says it's pizza. It's a pizza dough sheet. Cafe pizza dough sheet. So maybe we're about to unbox something that's alluding to my new cooking channel, Cooking with Dave, the guy that has no sense of smell. Everything he makes is great. That would be an interesting show. I've never seen an anosmia cooking show. Hey, I have no sense of smell and I still cook stuff. Huh. All right, here we go. I'll show you what's inside because I love you first. Boom! If you've ever heard that guy on shorts. All right. And bubble wrap. And it looks like it's a bigger box because it was in being nice and packed. Let's see what we got here. I'm thinking it's going to be one of these smaller planes again. Which one is it? It is, well, I still don't know because they have 4 different planes on the box. Ain't that something? Well, we're about to unbox something all together. I don't know what's in here. We're about to find out. Here we go. It's Volantex, so we'll see what happens. It looks like it's got one of these multi-crops things on it. Oh, it's one of these that's got the... All right, here we go. It's upside, oddly enough, it's upside down in the box, which is interesting. All right, so this is interesting. All right, landing gear. It did come with double A's, but this is interesting. They're just loose. How often do you ever see double A's are just loose in the box? Aren't they usually like wrapped in plastic? Anyway, 3 batteries, it looks like. Props. Very interesting charger. And, well, Spitfire action, but check this out. It's one of these jobs that's got the 2 little props on the front. So that means this one doesn't do nothing but just spin. So this ought to be interesting to see how this flies. Oh, look at the tail. The tail's a little beat up on it already. See all the missing paint on the tail already? That thing got a little beat up, didn't it? Interesting. But yeah, that's nice and light. That reminds me a lot of that. Oh shit! I just knocked my microphone on the ground. All right, hang on. Let me put this on my shirt so I don't keep hitting. See if that helps. All right, but this reminds me of the that little drone, that little PZ drone, kind of looked like the Reaper drone. I had that little gray one. I think I gave that away at Bigfoot or something, but yeah, that's kind of cool. Be a lot cooler if it didn't have all that paint chipped off on the tail like that. So, and got a little paint issue here. Got some paint issue here and here. Wow. Wonder if this is because, huh? Oh well. Huh. Well, this seems like this may have been a return, is what that seems like. Okay, so that may be why the batteries are loose. All right, so let me take a look at these. Are any of these puffy? This one's a little thicker than these, but none of them feel puffy. Huh. But yep, that's what that looks like. That looks like that's a return item. I'm looking at the front prop here a little closer. Yep, sure enough, I can see a little bit of scuffing here and a little bit of discoloration on the nose cone, like it crashed. So yep, sure enough. Ain't that something? And that's probably why the paint is missing here, because this is where you would throw it from. So somebody's sweaty fingers ate the paint off of that. Ain't that something? Well, that is something. Now I'm looking even closer. Let's take a look at these wheels. These wheels, I'm imagining, are probably going to have some wear on them then. Yeah, I could see a little scuffage. Yeah, that's what happened here. That explains all that. That explains why this isn't in any bag. Controller. Yeah, it's got some little bit of scarring on it right there. You can kind of see right there. Screw is missing from the back. So yeah, that's what this was. This was somebody returned this. Huh. Well, I'll be letting the seller know about that, because I'm pretty sure was not looking to buy a used item. But that explains why the batteries are loose. Ain't that something? All right, well, I'll need to check the listing, make sure it didn't say I was buying a used item, but that's a little on the disappointing side. All right, I don't even know where these landing gear go. There's no real spot for them. Yeah, we'll just kind of set them in here, I guess, for now. See how that goes. All right, so there we go. Well, that's not fantastic, but it was not much. I can tell you it was in the $40, $50 range. May have been even less than that if I'm not mistaken. So could have been a scenario like that, but again, I don't usually try to buy used stuff. So when it comes to planes, usually. All right. So anyway, that is unboxing number 1. And we all got to see some genuine disappointment in real time. All right. All right. Let's drop that back in here. Boopity boop. I'm sure we have all been victims of that. All right, so we'll look into that. Touch base with that seller. Matter of fact, I can't remember exactly how. I've had that for a while, actually, so I'm sure returning it's probably not an option. Let me just take a look real quick. Let's see if I ordered it from this location. I did. Okay. Let's see what it says here. Nope. About this item. Yep. Condition new. Volantex green plane. Yep. Condition new. Yep. All right. Well, that explains that. All right. Well, at least I know I didn't purchase a used item. I did, but it's not what I was looking for. So yeah, it happens. It happens to the best of us. It happens to the worst of us, and it happens to me as well. Yeah, you get screwed with somebody's return. Yep. That happened to me once before. Oh, the worst. That happened to me once before, literally over a decade ago, maybe 15 years ago, if not more, where I bought a TV from Walmart. Got it home. Was not the TV I bought. Somebody returned the wrong TV in the box. So when I took it back to Walmart, guess how smoothly that process went? So a plane that was $40, a TV that at the time was $600 something, a little different. But yeah, I'll still be hitting them up and letting them know, hey, not so great on that sale. And since you watched me unbox it live on TV, it's not like I had it for a while. Speaking of having had it for a while and about to unbox it live on TV, let's do the white box. Now I'm curious. This one's just in plastic. All right, so let's see what happens here. Will it be a double Scrooge present night unboxing? Or will Dave find himself a little victory in the second unboxing? Put your guesses in the chat. Does the white paper mean more authentic than the brown paper box? Let's find out. This one. Yeah. Shigada. Sure. Come on now. Close that knife before I cut myself. There we go. Another P-51 Mustang. I think it is this green color. I think this is the one I ordered. Let's see what happens. This does not have the little propellers on the wings. This is just straight up. Not a Volantex product, though. Not sure. This doesn't seem to be named by anybody. So let's see what we're dealing with here. All right. Here we go. Oh, it is, in fact, the green one. Ooh. Now, that's not bad looking. Look at that beauty. Look at that beauty. Yeah. Yeah. That's a nice little paint job on that one. Look at that. That's pretty sweet right there. That's slick. All right. But pretty much like the Volantex, you know, the one little servo on the bottom to run. But it does have, looks like it's got ailerons, rudder, and elevators. There we go. Got it all. So that's cool. Does not look used. Paint job's in great shape. That's really a cool looking plane. Really like that paint job there. It's called the Never Miss. Never Miss. All right. So here with this plane, we get an extra prop and an extra prop. Nice. And it's those little, looks like those little quick snap pop-ons, just like the Volantex does. So what else we got here? Landing gear, charger, cable. Okay. Hate that sound. One of the washers came off the controller. Now here, okay. Well, let's see. All right. I was going to say, where's the battery? There it is. And it came with one battery, it looks like. It was already the plane. So there's that. What are we dealing with that on that battery there? Probably what a 500. Wow, it's a 3.7 volt, 500 milliamp. That's a pretty good sized little battery for that little thing. All right, for a second there, I thought it was one of those, you just plug it into the plane, charge it up, and fly it jobs. But no, there's the battery. All right. And then, like I said, one of the Washers came off here. We'll put that back on. Probably that boat right from China was a little bumpy. Controller's kind of neat looking. Got some little metal switches on it and Acrobat button. So looks like you got one of those push the button, push the stick. It does a flipperooski or something. Didn't come with any AA batteries like the other one did. Also did not come with a screw in the back of the controller. So, oh, but it looks like it may be in the bag. So there's that. All right. Well, there's that. So that's cool. And then you got the expert, mod, and beginner mode. So, you know, pretty much like you'd expect there. Trim buttons. That's pretty good. So, and, you know, full stick, no spring back except for here on the, that's springy with this full up and down. So, yeah, cool. All right. Well, that's cool. Really like the way that looks. That's nice looking. Let's compare it to the size of that. Let's compare it to the size of that Corsair, because again, this is Volantex here. So let's see size-wise, because this other one isn't marked. It doesn't. It looks like a Volantex box. It looks like a Volantex product, but doesn't say anything about any of that. All right. And this plane has 2 batteries. And I flew this snot out of this thing at Bigfoot. All right. There we go. All right. So here's the Corsair from Volantex. Here is the new P51. Pretty close. Oh, P51 might be a little bigger. Maybe hiding that Corsair a little bit in it. Let's see. Can the P51 hide behind the Corsair? Dave, there we go. There we go. Oh. Yep. Okay, so they look about the same size then. Yeah. Sure enough. And yeah, same kind of setup on the bottom, single servo, that kind of thing. This also has the ailerons, the elevator, and the rudder. So yeah, cool. I'll be looking forward to flying that. That's a cool little, just a static plane to have on your desk too. Cool. But yeah, so little planes like that, I think I'm getting a little bit more interested in. Plus, because, you know, after you get done flying, you can just set them on your counter, set them on your desk. You have cool little models like, oh, by the way, that also flies. So anyway, the only thing with the Corsair is that I think I broke all the 3-blade props. I think I only have 2 blades now. So I got to try to get some more of those. But, ooh, let's see if the off-brand will snap onto the Volantex without breaking anything. No, I don't think it's going to do that. Maybe. No. I'm going to say there's probably a Volantex probably has a proprietary clasp system there. Let's see what this one looks like. Oh, well, yeah, it is a little different. Volantex is shaped more like cauliflower, kind of the I don't know if you can see that on the inside there, but it's kind of shaped like a little clover action, or this is just more round. So this has got more wings on it where this does not. So that would be the explanation for that. So anyway, but yeah, those 2 planes are pretty cool. I will be looking forward to flying that P51, and I'll be looking forward to talking to the seller about that other piece of crap that I bought that was not new. Anyway, it happens to the best of us. All right, let's get back to that chickadee chat, see where we're at. About an hour and a half in already, and that's about an hour longer than I thought I'd have in me tonight because I didn't have anything to talk about. But I appreciate everybody showing up. How we doing on 16 viewers here? All right, good deal. Cocktail mixing with DIY. If you want to guess, you can guess what's in my cup, but it's water and raspberry lemonade squirt stuff. So, you know. All right, so what else? The mini spit is cool. Yeah, that mini spit had the chance of being cooler. It isn't a shit show until the profit's balanced. Yeah. Get radio protocol. Get a return by accident. Well, I guess. Again, it said new, so. But it's fine. I'd rather have more of a. I'd rather have more of like this type of style Spitfire as opposed to one that has a little extra props on the wings kind of thing. Because again, that's going to fly like that. I don't even know who made that PZ-51 drone type thing, but it was about the same price, so that explains it. But when I got the drone, it was new. That's Kenny Spitfire. He sent it back. Damn you, Kenny! That would be crazy, though. No way to prove it, but that would be great. Hope it was a freebie. Hopefully it will be a freebie, Louie. Let me tell you. Hope they're like, it's not worth shipping back. Just keep it. Here's your money. Then you're going to see me strap some fireworks to that thing. If it'll even fly with fireworks with those little props. Yeah, I sure did, Mike. Hey, it happens. Again, glad I unboxed it here on live on TV. As opposed to of course if I'd have been able to do my show last week, I'd have been a little closer to the time I actually bought it. So we'll see if they want to honor that. But it's not a huge loss. It wasn't. Again, it's not like I bought a $500 plane and it came in used. So yeah, we'll see. And again, hopefully they'll just be like, hey, here's your money back. Just keep it. Great. But we'll see. All right. Check the controller and fire it up, huh? Well, you know what? Sure. Why not? Why not? Oh. Now, this is the only thing I do not like about these smaller planes. And so they got stuff on the top and the bottom, so everything falls out when you flip it one way or the other. So you got to make sure your stuff is secure and ready to go before you flip it over, or else everything is going to fall out. But other than that, I love them a lot. All right, landing gear, and I don't think I have any spare props in here, just the battery. All right. Put him back in a box. Uh-oh. Pack it up. Volantex RC. Now, these planes are not super fantastic in wind. If you're looking for them to fly properly. If you're looking to fly a bucking Bronco in the wind, then, hey, they work great for that. All right, let's move that off to the side. And where's the one that, All right, there it is. All right. Yeah, sure, why not? It came with batteries, right? And since it's used, chances are these batteries still have a charge in them. So let's see what happens. But yeah, the fact that they put the plane in the box upside down was probably clue number one. Maybe that's the way it's supposed to be, but we'll find out. All right. So we're taking this used bird back out of the box. Let's see what we got. Got my finger lights on. What are the chances that these little free-floating orange batteries work? We're about to find out. Lomax. Oh, those Lomax batteries. World renowned. We might have something to work with here. All right. And then this is the charger scenario here. It's like they put more effort into like the decal on the sticker, that bubble plastic. Anyway. All right, so let's go with the one that's a little on the puffier side. That's probably one that's got charge in it, right? Doopity doop. All right, here we go. Just kidding. All right. Huh. Well, there you go. Differential steering. It's funny that the front prop is spinning because these little props are actually pulling a lot of wind by. But yeah, it's probably just from the vibration. But yeah, that's it. Okay, it's off. And looks like it takes a second. Sticks all the way down. Huh. So there you go. Well, that probably has the reason why they may have returned it. So here we go again. Throttle up. Throttle all the way down. So that, oh, still kicking around a little bit some. So, well, it does work. I don't know that it works right. And again, it's pretty beat up. And well, if the battery happens to fall out, the controller will let you know, hey, the battery fell out. But other than that, yeah, that's did work. But I would prefer to have it work with me for the first time as opposed to me getting to see it work after somebody else had it working. That loose batteries thing, I tell you, that was my first clue that I did not pick up on initially. That did it. All right, well, good news is if they say just keep it, here's your money back, great. Then I know that this thing probably does fly, sort of. And so I'm almost wondering if this is an actual Volantex product, but maybe. Because this doesn't say anything about Volantex on the actual sheet itself. But this plane is on the box, so maybe. But anyway, used product nonetheless. All right, so we'll touch base with them about that and find out. But as sweet as this thing is, kind of makes up for it. So be looking forward to flying that, especially the controller. I mean, this controller is way nicer than the other one. This is Volantex quality as far as I'm concerned. That's good stuff. So we shall see about that. All right, fun. Well, there you go. Good suggestion. All right, what else we got? My U control stuff was bigger than that. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I remember having Red Baron type, I want to say it was Red Baron, single wing, but had like that scalloped edges on that, painted it blue, little gas engine, control line, spinning around on the street out front. I remember that. But these do fly a little further than those. That's nice. Let's see. Yeah, it's sort of plane that flies best. Yeah, those little ones do fly pretty great. Not as fantastic with the landings or takeoffs so much. Takeoffs are okay. Landings not so great usually, but just flying them around, yeah, they're great. So that'll be fun. I'll be looking forward to see how that works out. That'll be fun. All right, friends. Well, we don't need to do a full 2-hour show here tonight. If there's anything else you'd like to get off your chest or talk about, I guess I'll take a look at my notes, see if there's anything on my notes that I was kind of pecking out here throughout the week to see if there's anything else I want to talk about here. Semi-secret Sunday show was supposed to be the semi-secret Sunday Santa show last week, but I was waiting on that drone to show up, so that didn't happen. Less Big Planes, talked about that. Did the unboxings, did that 2025 in review, talked about that. No airfield membership, talked about that. Selling of some planes, talked about that. Broken knee, talked about that. Bigfoot, talked about that. There you go. I did talk about everything on my list. I did have a list, believe it or not. I had nothing to talk about, but I still was able to pop out a list. So hope you like that. Yeah, so if there's anything else you guys want to talk about, tell the seller you bought it at Christmas for a gift for kid. Just discovered it. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's easy. No doubt. Sure will. Just say, hey, my kid opened it up and was like, yeah, this thing's already busted up. And tell them not to watch my channel. But yeah, I can do that. No problem. So we'll see what happens. All right. Anybody else? Anything else? Anybody else got something else to say? Want to talk about something? And coming with the new year, we'll see about doing some more of these shows. I want to kind of change the format a little bit. Probably make it more boring for you folks, but anyway, like I said, I need to start getting some things torn apart and stuff. So what I might do is I'm knocking around a few ideas, but what I might do is maybe as I get some time, tear stuff apart, make a video of that, and then save the video for like a show and then play it during the show, maybe fast speed or something. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe do a little bit of a tour of my parts boxes, see if anybody needs anything. You had a good deal. Yeah. So anyway, I get some more stuff to get into. So yeah, we're looking forward to it. 2026. We'll see what happens with all of that. So yeah, so everybody's getting ready to cut on out. So I appreciate it. Everybody have a great rest of your evening. Fantastic. Happy New Year to you. Good to see everybody. Thank you so much for showing up for my impromptu last show of the year kind of thing. So thank you so much for that. I will look forward to putting out some other stuff throughout the year. You may have noticed on my channel, which none of you care too damn about, but I keep putting up some, I'll be on the couch playing PS4, something's crappy or not feeling good or whatever. So just putting stuff up there just so YouTube knows I'm still alive. But I'll get back to the flying stuff here shortly. Hopefully we'll be able to do some decent flying stuff with this drone setup here, wherever it went. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. With this Caddx system, I'll probably try this out some next weekend down there at the football field. So we'll see how that goes. If so, I will definitely do some filming of that and hopefully get something worth posting. You guys can see me unbox it, and then you can see me try to fly it for the first time. So we'll see how that works. And I'll just see what I can do about finding a spotter. And if not, I'll be flying in an area. It won't really matter because I'll be in an area about this big with a football goal in the back. So I won't be causing too much havoc, so we'll see about that. But anyway, everybody, appreciate it. Thank you so much for showing up here. Thank you so much for checking me out again. Glad to see you still have a little interest in the show here. I will try to whip up some new fancy stuff for the new year because I know you miss it. I miss it. Heck, I even got the 8-ball back there. I never even broke out the 8-ball tonight, but you can see it up there. But got a new bingo wheel, got some other stuff. Just need to see what we can do about pumping out some fun new content. I'll give you something to look forward to every week, or maybe once a month, or maybe every other week, or maybe we just do it the last Sunday of every month or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll try to make it fun. I appreciate everybody being here. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas to you. Happy New Year. Merry 2026 for you. I look forward to seeing you next year. And until next time, I'm Dave. This is my channel. I am out of here. Peace. course, we've got things like bingo. Of course, we got that coming up. We also have...
Dang it, Dave, I missed you live again.